And I love, but it gets depressing. My confessions, I've been stressing now how lonely the success is. Sexual expressions, affection, giving perspectives like it's no religion for me, but I believe in me religiously. This is me. She gave me her mind, body, and soul, but she can't get a fifth of me. Let it be. I'm too focused, stacking money, I can't settle down. My girl tripping mad at me cause I ain't never around. I told my family I'ma make it, I can't let them down. I feel like they losing faith, I feel the pressure now.
You're the driver, Remy V. Clap it up, y'all. Remy V.
I must get out of here. I must get free. And in this mind is the key. My key.
I can tell you step-by-step actions that I got laid out. Those who fail to plan the fear. And a confused mind does nothing. Peace, love, prosperity, family. You already know who it is. King Enlighten. You are tuned in to the You're the Driver podcast. And today, my guest is my good brother, my fellow friend, Remy V. Thank you for coming on to the show, brother. Appreciate you. So, today's topic, you know I like getting straight to the point. Today's topic is the truths of life. Real honesty with self and others. So, I wanted to talk to you about the truths of life because since we first met, I remember we was in your house, you had your in-home studio, and me and Dre was rapping, and he had came up with some verbiage. He was talking about his story, and we paused the track, and I was like, bro, see, that's why I can't rap with you. Like, what you mean? I was like, cause you be rapping about real shit, and everybody laughed. Like, what you mean? You supposed to rap fake? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, it's just that I go off the Lil Wayne concept that if you rap about money, nigga might sign. You rap about killing, nigga might find. So I thought, rap about money, I attract more crowd. And y'all like told me like, no, be yourself and really just speak your truth. And I said I didn't want to do that because it'll come out talk about church, religion, and all that. It's like nobody want to hear that. But from that point, we went on a spiritual journey. Yeah. When we was living out in Kansas, you know, you was put on to an author of a book, Eckhart Tolle, and then I went and grabbed the opposite book called The Power of Now, and that's called the Enlighten. The Power of Now is the book. I recommend you all check it out by Eckhart Tolle, and it's basically to enlighten yourself and grow. It's the guide to enlightenment. And when I read that book, it opened up so many things in my mind and to become more present and being one with self that I became King Enlighten. You know, so today when we talk about the truths of life, how would you explain life? Like, what is the truth and true meaning of life? If you can just say from your personal experience 3 words that defines the truth and purpose of life. What's 3 words?
3 words. Nothing really matters.
Ooh, I remember you telling me that. I used to hate when you had told me I did not get it.
Eckhart Tolle.
He said that? Oh shit, I never knew that. Y'all catch that? Tell him again. Make sure y'all hear this.
Nothing really matters.
Nothing really matters. That is the truth of life. Now, when you say nothing really matters, we can all sum it up, I hate using the word common sense, but common knowledge we all agree with. Nothing really matters. But I want you to unpack that for them. So when you came across that or today, how do you use that in your life? Nothing really matters. When do you find yourself using that statement and that reminder?
Okay, there's 2 ways I use it. For one, it's original. The way it hit me originally was I was in a deep depression, and I was caring about a girl that I had recently broke up with. I was living in Kansas. There's a lot going on with all of us in music and our little discrepancies. And I jumped into these books, and that was actually the first one I grabbed. It was Eckhart Tolle, Awakening to Your True Life's Purpose or something like that. Dre actually put me on that book.
A New Earth?
Yeah, New Earth's Purpose, yeah. And I would say that nothing really matters. Like when you break it down to what it truly means. What is life? Why are we here? What are we doing? Okay, everything we do is through our own mind, our own energy. We create everything we care about, everything we do, everything about us. We create that situation. So if you come back to the fundamentals of life, if you look at a deer, you know, a deer just, I believe they eat grass. I don't know.
Yeah,
I should have used a different animal.
No. They eat grass. Kevin
Right,
Gates was
they
saying that,
eat
yeah.
grass, and they're in survival mode. You know, they're all day, every day, they're in survival mode. And we're privileged enough to have these houses. We go to the store to eat. You know, we have a different life than any other creature on this earth. And we are the only creature that draws from our emotions. Well, I don't know that for a fact, but I know that a lot of our life, what we feel is our purpose is drawn off of our emotions. You know, family, personal success, just anything about yourself, your personal happiness. It's through your interpretation of what you see in this life. And I had to learn that to stop thinking about all the things that hurt me, because it already happened and there's nothing I can do about it. And it only matters because I'm thinking about it. You know, that, you know, the girl isn't there anymore, the friends aren't there anymore, music isn't the same, I gotta find a different way, you know. But
let me jump in real quick. I don't know if y'all caught that, because we can talk and it goes on. It only matters when I think about it. That's what you said. It only matters. So now that's what, if y'all stand with tune with us, that's what nothing really matters. When you find yourself in the midst of thinking like,
right,
damn, all this stuff only matters because I'm thinking about it.
Right. So to wrap it up, in that sense, through depression and trying to get over some type of negative feeling you have, you could, you know, understand that truth that none of this matters, and understand, you know, obviously that you're applying that thought, so you ain't got to think about it no more. So then the other sense in which I use none of this really matters, or nothing really matters, is to strive for something scary, something I fear. And you know, there's a lot of things I fear, like you know, like pursuing basketball or music and then I don't make it. You know, these are things I've already experienced, and I still pursue these dreams. And in order to just go do it, you know, perform in front of hella people, you know, to go talk to a girl you think is really dope. And you know, it's these things could be scary, but when you realize, when I just tell myself that it don't matter anyway, you know, I'm gonna die anyway, I'm not doing anything anyway, you know, like just take the shot, you know, whatever it is. Even in basketball, you know, like when I feel like I'm gonna lose, whether it's a pickup game or a serious game, you know, I'm not scared to be the one to take over. You know, I'm not scared to, you know, if I feel threatened, I'm not scared to be aggressive. You know, whatever situation calls for, you know, I've had life-threatening instances where, you know, I had to be very real with myself and say, you know what, I'm gonna die anyway. None of this matters. So let me get to the truth, and let me seek out this instead of run from it. You know, So you know, I guess I use that in a sense that I know that anything can happen anyway. So you might as well just go for what you want, even though it may not end up like you want.
I like that. Just go for what you want, even though it might not end up what you want. See, a lot lately on the podcast, as I'm pretty sure you know, you tuned in, we talk a lot about relationships.
Yeah.
And behind the scenes, on camera, a lot of women and a lot of men, they have a tendency to overthink their approach with people, which moves me into more of the truths of life. How do you find yourself, how do you free your mind you kind of explained it, but I'm going to restate it in towards the new question.
Yeah.
How do you free your mind when you want to approach somebody and you want to compliment them, or you really want to tell them how you feel, and they don't know you, and you don't know them personally, y'all never spoke? How do you break that mental barrier? How do you approach somebody?
Someone I don't know?
Someone you don't know.
Really, man, it's like I think about Avatar in those situations. I think about, for anyone who saw Avatar, when the I don't know what you call them creatures, aliens looking ass things.
Avatars.
In order to find their dragon, they told dude that you just gotta go in there and you'll know. you gotta, whatever, I forgot what they had to do, but it was something like you gotta grab his tail or his head or something aggressive that's like scary as shit, but you just gotta know, you know. And I, you know, let me bring it back to mistakes, I guess. Like when I was younger, obviously we're whether you're a boy or a girl, like you attracted to hella, you know, whatever you're attracted to, you know, you so for me personally, I was really attracted to, I guess, not the physical, but how do I put it? Like, if I see someone that's cute, I like her. You know, like, oh, okay, I like her. You know, like, oh shit, I like her. I try my shot or whatever. She might not be fucking with me. It's like, damn, why she ain't fucking with me? You know, da da da. But, you know, I learned over time that there's a lot more to what someone's looking at you than being cute. You know, like I feel I'm handsome. You know, so I guess. I don't know what I was looking for when I was younger, I guess. I don't know. Like, I would like somebody, and then I would just go all in with it. Like, fuck it. You know, like, let's just see what this is, you know. So now that I'm older, I've just tend to realize that there's a vibe you can catch from a girl, especially from guys towards girls. Like, you know, I know a lot of guys who just holler at every fucking thing they see. You know, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. But they also talk a lot about, like, man, this girl tripping, and this, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's like, for me, I try to recognize, you know, when I look at someone, like, damn, if she give me that same look, that's a go. That's a go. That's, you know, if I'm in the room and you looking at me, and I know you bad as hell, and you know, but you just pay some sort of extra attention towards me, I know that that's my goal. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I don't act off that. But again, when I do think, you know, I come back, I'm like, okay, nothing matters, fuck it, let me take that shot, you know. I guess I want to say I use that because I know that it's more genuine that way. You know, if I feel like you have some sort of pickup on me, like you got some sort of sense on me, I'm gonna act on that. I want to see if that's true. You know, am I tweaking? Am I just in my head? Am I just, you know, too full of myself? Or do you really like me? And it's only one way to find out. It's only one way to find out. And for me personally, I don't know how to talk like let me get your number, let's talk for 5 days, and then I'm gonna tell you I like you. Like no, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, hi, my name is Remy or Jeremy. You know, I'm older now. I kind of, my actual name is Jeremy, so. My name is Jeremy or Remy, and you know, my name is whatever. You know, I ask her what's her name, and then I'm gonna say, like, I think you cute. Like, I wanna talk to you or something. You know, like, can I get your number? Can I, you know, whatever the situation calls for. You know, do I need your number? If I'm around you a lot or something, if I see you a lot, I'll just tell you cute. I'll leave it alone. I'll see how you act with that.
So what would be the advice you would give them? Like, we get the concept of nothing really matters, but some people, like, that's easy for you to say. So how would you like talk to the viewers too? Like, look at the camera, like, tell them what advice. Now, because we're finna get them. I want you to give them advice, your personal advice. What advice would you give them if they telling you, like, okay, Remy, let's talk about the dudes. Hey, bro, I got this female at work I like, man. I just don't know how to approach her, bro. Like, I don't want to say I'm scared, but it's like. I don't. She look a little intimidating. She got attitude, but man, it's just something about her. I don't know.
I think work situation. Work situation. Any situation where you're consistently in front of other people. You know, me personally, the best thing. If I'm gonna keep seeing you, I'm gonna just tell you, you know how I feel. Like, I'm Remy. I think you cute. Because, you know, job laws and all that, you know, I don't want to be too much on somebody. I don't want to catch no type of reporter. I don't want to make nobody feel uncomfortable at their place of work or nothing. So I'm going to just say, like, man, you know, I think you cute. You know, that I'm going to
compliment. Find something.
I'm going to compliment. Well, I'm going to just, you know, you cute or you beautiful, whatever, you know, and but it's genuine. It's how I feel. Like, damn, you just lit. Like, look at you, you know. And when I'm doing that, I'm just trying to see how you react. Like, do you smile? Do you, like, Oh, I hear that all the time. You know, like how do you act off of that? And I think if you're in a situation like that, you just gotta be cool. You just gotta be cool. You gotta understand, especially if she like real beautiful. Like it's a million dudes coming at her. Like, you know, you gotta look at yourself. Like, do I really like this? It depends on what you want out of a person. Like if you just if you just wanna like if you wanna get to the point, like fuck, you know, if you wanna get to the point, then you just gotta get to the point. Like man, to be all the way honest, like I'm a hoe. You know, like, I mean, that's what I say. Like, all the way honest, I'm a hoe, and I just want to fuck with you, you know, and it is what it is after that. If you want to, like, really know this person or whatever, I would suggest especially if you at work or something, just, you know, hi, you cute, this my name, what's your name? Okay, I see you around, you know. You catch them on break, hey, come to my car, let me talk to you, you know, like, just be cool for a minute, you know, like be cool, have a little conversations here and there when you see them, you know, hey, what you doing? You know, chop it up a little bit, and if it's a vibe or if it's a connection, then you gotta make your move, you know, like, hey, you know,
So give me
I really like you, you know.
If any, give me a scenario in a workplace that you did this. Like, how did it turn out? Like, did you not get a response? Did they thank you for the compliment? Did you ever end up asking for the number? Like, how did it play out? Like, give me a real life situation where if you actually was in that situation. Have you been in that situation?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a lot. Most of the time to be honest, most of the time I'm successful with it. You know, the last job I was at, well, the way I am. Well, fuck how I am. Okay, so to answer your question, what was your question?
Have you ever had a situation in the workplace where you seen a female that you like?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, for sure. All right, so let me,
You ain't got a name drop, say this is one female.
I'm going to use a couple different situations, like where it didn't work and when it did work, you know. So one situation where it did work, well, I say probably like a year ago, I was real emotional. Honestly, I was looking for girls wherever, you know, like I just wanted somebody else to just take my mind off of shit. And I started working at this job in Shorewood, and when I came in there was this girl. She was like I don't know if she was a lead, some sort of a lead, but she walks around, she writes your name down, all that. And when she came up to me, she was just like, I don't remember exactly, it was a while ago, but it just seemed like she was like, I mean, I guess everyone asks for your name, but, you know, like, just the way she came up to me, like, hi, who are you? What's your name? Like, she was just looking at me and stuff. I'm like, damn, she cute, bro. She looked like she looking at me. And then she came,
like she looking at
she came around me again. She was, you know, checking on me and stuff and trying to see who I was. And then I told myself, like, okay, if I see her again and I'm gonna tell her, like, you know. So she came up to me again, and I said, can I tell you something? Whatever she was saying, I just cut her off, and I was like, can I tell you something personal? And she said, you know, of course, like, yeah, she froze up and shit, like,
like they always do.
You know, and I'm like, I mean, you very beautiful. Like, I definitely, like, I want to date you or something. Can I get your number, you know? She gave me her number. I seen her a couple times. I ended up learning that she, like, younger than me. Like, you know, I'm like 28. I was probably like 26 at the time. She's like 20, you know, so being around her, you know, I ended up seeing that she kind of childish. I'm probably gonna end up hurting her or something, you know, like. And being that I was recently hurt by a similar situation, I ain't want to follow through on that. And then I'll give you the last job I was at. Well, let me take it back. So the job I had after that one, I walked in and immediately there was this girl. I saw her. I locked eyes on her. I was like, damn, who the fuck is that? You know, like, I didn't know her name. I didn't know nothing, but I knew I wanted to know her. Like, I just got to know her, you know, like, and I just seen her. And then they told me, like, it was 2 docks. They told me go on the other dock. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm never going to get to meet her. So then one of the days I had ended up finishing what I was doing, you know, like finishing my side, and they were like, okay, go to the other doc. Well, I knew exactly where I was going. So I went straight to her. I'm like, shit, hey, you need help? You know, you need any help? She's like, oh, no, you know. She one of them, like, she don't ever ask for help or nothing. She don't want no man helping her with shit.
Nah, independent.
So I meet her. I'm like, you know, what's your name? She tells me her name. She asks me my name. And, but she told me she ain't want no help. So I was like, all right, well, fuck that bitch. Like, that was just in that day.
Yeah,
so obviously, like, the next, whenever the next time I decided in my mind, like, boy, I'm going to come at her, you know. I ended up seeing, like, some dude talking to her or whatever. It, like, hurt my feelings. So I'm like, oh, okay, she got a boyfriend, whatever. Let me leave her alone, right? Over time, she comes to me, like, damn near every day. She's always trying to see me, like, just see how I'm doing, what's up. Like, she's just basically coming to me every single day. And at this point, I'm just shy, I guess. I don't, you know. I mean, now I know why. It's because I didn't say nothing the first time, you know. So for damn near a whole, like, 6-7 months, I was just super shy around this person. You know, when I finally did.
I think the camera gonna pick up that.
What?
You scraping the dashboard and knee.
Oh, okay.
You know, we can be real on a podcast.
Yeah.
It ain't all role play, you know, so we just letting this stuff for real talks.
But basically, I ended up just realizing, like, I really like this girl. Let me go ahead and tell her. So I went up to her one day, like, after work or whatever, and it's kind of funny. I said, can I tell you something personal?
That's the script. That's the script, y'all. Pick it up.
And I was like, man, it's kind of embarrassing, but for real, I, like, really like you. Like I'm kind of shy around you because I really like you. And she ended up asking me for my number, and we actually became, like, pretty good friends, you know, and I'm cool with that. You know, at this point, I realize it's you know, when I'm around her, I'm not on that, you know, we friends, you know, like, it's too late for all that. But that's something that stuck with me because I was like, man, this is somebody I should have been with or something, especially over time when I seen that she had liked me super much too. And I had found out through her friends, you know, like, just little shit. And I'm like, damn, bro, I could have had that, you know. So now to the next situation, my last job, you know, in that situation, I saw somebody and I just knew, like, bro, I'm not finna pass this up, bro. She just, I need her, you know. So I went up to her and I really just told her, like, I asked her what's her name. Like, I just walked up to her. I said, excuse me, you know, because I was interrupting her. So I said, excuse me, you know, what's your name? She told me her name. I said, my name Remy. I just think you real cute. I just wanted to tell you that, you know. I just wanted to let you know. She smiled and shit. She was kind of shy, so I just kind of, like, you know, okay, I told her. Then the next day in the meetings and shit, she came by me, she said hi and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe she. So I asked her, like, you want to come, you know, you want to come outside, you know, come outside with me, come talk, you know, I want to talk to you. And she was like, you know, whatever she said, like, I don't really like spending my breaks. I kind of, like, cut her off. And I was just like, oh, okay, I understand, you know, hey, say less, you know, and I just left her alone. But, you know, how did that work out over time?
No, that ain't part of the question. You ain't got to get in detail.
Okay. Yeah.
The question is, how do you approach somebody when you feel for them, but you don't know how to approach them?
Yeah.
So,
I'll say, you know, just look at all the ones you didn't talk to. You know, like, all the ones that you didn't talk to, or, you know, and it kind of hurts your feelings, or, like you say, you got put in that little friend zone, or, you know, and you just gotta, it's scary, bro. Like, honestly, I don't think guys talk about it a lot. I know I'm not the only one. It's a scary.
That's why we talking about it now.
Yeah, it's scary as hell, man. It's scary because especially nowadays, you know, it's you know, I understand, you know, it's very scary. You know, nowadays everything's so loose. You don't know who wants a relationship. You don't know who's just on the fuck shit. You know, you don't know what's going on. So it's very hard to approach someone because you could look like a fuck boy. You know, like they're like, oh, he a waste of time. You know. And you could have good intentions, or you could look like a oh, he too soft. He too, you know, he want too much. You know, like, so it's scary.
Well,
but
shoot, let me get my King Enlighten mode.
but
then.
you gotta, you just gotta try. Cause the thing, at least to me, like, there's things that hurt a lot that would be like death. Just losing a situation, whether it's money or, you know, you had something going for yourself and now all of a sudden you fucking living in your car. You know, like, anything can go wrong at any moment. But another thing that hurts a lot is just what you don't know could have happened. And I just, at this point in my life, I don't want to have them thoughts linger on my brain. You know, I don't want to, you know, so I'm gonna try it. You know, even if you shoot me, I've been shot down 1,000,000 times, so it's nothing. You know, it's whatever. You know, like, I feel like I'm a great person. I could offer a lot physically, spiritually, sexually. I could, you know. So for me, it's like when someone, you know, you just gotta go for it. And if they turn you down, if you know who you are, then shit, that's their loss.
Big facts. I like that. So when it comes to the truths of life, being honest with yourself and being honest with others. So right now you kind of unpack both of them within them stories, like how you was being honest with yourself and how you been honest with others. I'm gonna tap in on how I go about it, give y'all some free game, some wisdom that King Enlighten, you know, some words to live by. So maybe you can add this to your reservoir, if I'm saying that right. But
Reservoir.
Add to your reservoir. Add it to your artillery.
Repertoire. I think you're saying repertoire.
Repertoire. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Repertoire. So when it comes, if I'm attracted to a woman, right?
Yeah.
The truth I put out there is simply my intention. Like, I'm gonna give you this girl in my job. I didn't know what it was about her. It was her energy, though. I felt her energy. Yeah. So it took me like 3 weeks just to say something. I tried to play the little kid route. I'm like, hey, bro, who is that? Oh, that's my girlfriend friend. She cool, man. I know she looks stuck up and all. She cool. She down to earth. I'm like, cool. Can you still put a word in for me? Find out she got a boyfriend or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think she is messing with somebody. I don't know for sure. I don't be all in her business, but just talk to her. So he forced my hand. So I bet when I catch her walking past me, I'm gonna say something. So when she walked past me, my reply, my opening words to her was, excuse me, I don't mean to come off wrong or anything, but are you a spiritual person? And she giggled about, yeah, why you ask me that? I'm like, it's just something about your energy. Like, I sense it. I could tell. She was like, yeah, I'm Christian. And I was like, oh, well, I don't mean like that. Religion, spirituality, difference. And she was like, oh, really? What's the difference? I'm like, spiritual is more so being one with life, nature. Religion is a belief system that you subscribe to. But that's all I asked me. I don't mean to hold you up. And I walked off. Another situation with a female, when I specifically seen her as sexually attractive, that's what I learned. That's the word, sexually attractive. So if you really attract someone sexually, just be open with them. Cause I know you say people worry about the job loss, being reported HR and all that. Nothing wrong with using the terminology sexually attractive or attracting. So one woman I was talking to, I wanted to meet her outside of work, and I was like, excuse me, can I ask you a personal question? Like you did. She said, yeah. But this was through email. And I was like, have we not yet met outside of work because you may find me sexually attractive? And she said, unfortunately, yeah, I do. I didn't want to come off wrong because, you know, the workplace, and that's why. You know what I'm saying? Then we broke that barrier, and we got to know each other, and we just got real cool, and the rest is history. So I feel like you just really have to state your truth. Like, you just got to know how to word it. Where it don't come like, hey, I want to fuck you. Hey, would you mind fucking? Or you got a boyfriend? The boyfriend stuff don't matter. They'll tell you if they got a boyfriend. But if that's what you want to know, just always compliment. That's the easiest thing you can do, compliment. And people always come off, oh, you're beautiful. So women hear that all the time. Don't compliment them on their looks. Compliment them on something else, like their work ethic. I didn't compliment female work ethic. Like, excuse me, what's your name? Like, man, I just want to tell you, man, you a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. And they laugh and smile because I ain't their manager or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying
right
with you.
You
know what I'm saying? Who with you? But it's a compliment. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel the same way though. I'll be the same person looking at you like, bro, come on, who are you?
Exactly. Yeah. But so that's all you gotta do. Shoot, really just find something to compliment their work ethic, or their clothes, or their hair. Like, man, like man, I know you don't know me. I don't mean to just button your conversation like that, but I just want to say your hair compliment the mess out of your eyes, or that shirt you wearing right now, it compliment you so well, or you wearing that so well. Just say something and walk off. Like, approach people with the intent to just make a statement or a compliment. Simple as that. Intent or statement. Don't look for nothing else, and then let everything else play itself off. And from that point, what I start doing when I see them, oh, hey, shake the hand. The third day, oh, it's hugs, it's embrace. If they embrace me, you know what I'm saying? If they a hugger, I'm a hugger. So first is talk, break the ice. I said something to them. I know their name, they know me. Second day, walk past, say something, or I shake their hand. Third day, shake their hand. And the fourth day, hug. Like, it's always a wordplay, wave, handshake, hug. That's my formula, and it works like a charm all the time. I don't get denied. So that'd be my advice to y'all. Now, time for the deep stuff. So for you all don't know, I didn't introduce Remy properly earlier. Remy is
Big
an
dog
artist.
Remy, matter of fact.
Big dog
I'm gonna
Remy,
call
you
you
know what I'm
King
saying?
Enlighten.
Big pup, you know what I'm saying? It's not funny, but Big dog Remy, Remy V is an author. He's a poet. He's a basketball player, and he's also just a well-rounded entrepreneur.
Rapper.
And
try to sing.
I said artist. I didn't want to just say
Okay,
rapper.
true,
You can
true.
sing. You know,
True.
that's how you say it.
A little
So
bit.
I'm gonna say artist, a music artist to be specific. I want you to share with my viewers, this audience, because it's called "You're the Driver," taking ownership. What was a transformational pivot point in your life when it came to really becoming one with yourself, accepting who you are, flaws and all? Since it's the truth of life and being honest with self and others. What was a transformational pivot point? What happened? What took place? Take me back to that day, that realization, the eye opener.
Wow. It's hard to remember like one specific.
Okay, well, when did you begin the journey of transforming? Or have you always been yourself and accepted your flaws?
No, I say when I met you, I ain't know myself. When I was still in Kansas, I didn't know myself. I knew that I was great at rapping. I knew that for whatever reason I get attention, you know. But as far as like what really changed for me, I would say when I started reading first. You know, if we gonna be honest, you know, I think suicidal is a very strong word, but I didn't see no purpose for myself anymore, and I would often have them thoughts like, "Fuck am I doing?" Like, you know. And I dove into reading. I got into Eckhart Tolle, The Awakening to Your New Life Purpose. I read Napoleon Hill. So many books. I read 48 Laws of Power. I read Jay-Z's books. I read the real Rick Ross's books. Well, his book. Just many books that I guess I wanted to hear from some, or I guess I was looking for something, you know, from these people, you know, whether it would be someone I looked up to or something they did that I looked up to, something I was curious about that I just wanted to read into, and what can I gain from it. You know, there's many different things. The Rick Ross book taught me a lot about money. I related to his state of mind. It made me feel more comfortable with myself as far as like, you know, I'm not good with the jobs. I don't really, I feel very insecure about myself when I'm working these jobs and I'm not doing music or anything like that, you know. I don't know, but the books helped a lot with connecting with somebody, I guess, whether it was the author or you know, whatever. Music was always there. I connected with emotions and stuff, but when I started reading, I really started seeing myself in these people, through what they were writing. Like, damn, they weren't showing me anything I didn't know. You know, it was just a lot of things that I thought about, you know. And so I guess getting into reading when I was super depressed, that was the first thing to change. The next, like, as far as like in a more positive sense, would be when we performed at that little open mic.
At that hookah bar?
No, that was y'all. I ain't never performed at the hookah bar. I was there, but I ain't never performed.
I thought you performed like one of the days on the go. But anyway, my bad. Go ahead.
I don't remember, maybe, but well, first it was them open mics, because okay, you want to be all the way honest. I realized at that point I was the only one out of all of us that knew all of the words to all the songs. Like, I never messed up, never, even y'all shit. And I'm like, damn, bro. And then I seen everyone else go, you know. And then when we would go up there, it was just different, you know. Like, they like, oh, you know. And then it led up to one point when me and Snoop we thought it was an open mic, but it was a jam session, which is people with a bunch of instruments. They got drums, they had a guitar, they had that's sad because I don't even remember. They had like 3 or 4 instruments though, like a piano or something. I don't remember, but they had instruments, and we went up there and we like, damn, how we gonna do our music? We don't got no aux cord, we can't, you know, this is different. So I just told them what to do. Like, I was up there and I told them, I was like, hey bro, do this with the drum. I was like, and I was telling him what to do, like the and then I started rapping, and then everyone else came in, and what they didn't know was this was the beat to the song.
What?
And when I mean, it wasn't exact, but it was the, you know,
close enough. And
I was like, damn, I just orchestrated my song. Well, it was mine and Snoop's song, but I just orchestrated our song with nothing. Like these people don't even know our music, and I'm up here, you know, and she's up there, and they're looking at us like damn, these people are stars, you know. They seen that we were stars, I guess. They were looking at us like, man, y'all are really stars, you know. And it was a different crowd. It wasn't a black crowd, you know. So to be up there rapping, and they like really fucked with it because they could feel what we were saying. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to make the music everyone else makes. I could do me. And it continued, you know. When I did that show with Afton.
Shout out to Afton.
Yeah. Well, I don't like them because they little money situation be kind of foo.
I ain't never done with them. But I know a lot of people use them though.
Yeah. But anyway, I just remember when I went up there, and this was like my first time where it was supposed to be just like me, you know. Even though I think Snoop was definitely with me and Darian was outside. It was a magical little day itself, but for me, and I just noticed when I went up there, it was my first time having to introduce myself for real, and I was like, you know, yo, my name Remy, and nobody was giving a fuck, and I'm like, all right, bet. I need all y'all full attention. I said it just like that. I need y'all full attention. So watch this. I dropped the mic. And I'm too focused, stacking money. I can't settle down. And I just went from there. I just did the whole song. And just slowly, everyone started coming. Like, they just started walking up. And then somebody, like, people walking by, they like, damn, what's going on in there? Motherfuckers started coming in and shit. Like, it was dry, bro. Like, everyone was over there by the bar. And then when I started rapping, everyone came up here.
Man, I missed that song. How you be hitting them words on that? When I remember the first time you had spit that shit for me, I was like, damn, they hit home, bro. Yeah. I'm sorry. You gotta drop that on the podcast for me.
I will.
Like, no, I'm talking about now. Like, since
let me finish the story though.
All right, man.
Because
I got excited. I'm a fan.
This is
my favorite rapper.
This is the moment that a lot of people know I do music. A lot of people, you know, I might not be on social media, but I've given, you know, my contact game is ridiculous. You know, like, I've personally given my music to hundreds, if not 1,000 people, you know. And, you know, a lot of people ask like why I don't, you know, do music and you know, but that is a moment I always remember. Like it just solidified me. Like that moment where I'm just like, yeah. I remember when everyone else, I was one of the last people to go, so I seen everyone else's performances, and they were trying to impress me. I swear to God, you can ask Snoop, bro. They were trying to impress me so bad. They didn't even know I was a rapper at that point, bro. But they was all look like when they'll be performing, they looking at me trying to get a reaction out of me. But you know me, if I don't like it, I'm not. So I'm just sitting there like, I'm not doing this to be a hater because I'm a rapper too. I just genuinely don't, you know. You're not doing anything that's moving me, you know. And then y'all know. No disrespect to Kansas, but y'all music ain't up here, bro. Y'all ain't really
stuck in the past.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but that's a moment I always come back to. It reminds me of all the moments in Kansas City where I just rapped. You know, I was a rapping motherfucker out there. Like I'll rap in, like you said, in the IHOP. I'll catch some people on the street. Bro, you rap? Spit that shit. You know, all right, let me go. You know, and then they hear me. They're like, damn, this white boy. Hey, we going to bring him to the hood, bro. We go. You know, like, but I was just, you know, there's only been 2 times in my life, my entire life, where I'm 28 years old. There's only been 2 times in my entire life where I rapped for somebody and they didn't like it. And they, you know, they told me. One was, he's not here no more. I wasn't friends with him like that, but Sean from Bloom Trail. Look who it is.
FYB Joe.
But
I mean, you want to answer? Tell them too. Like, man, I'm on a podcast, King.
Nah,
hit you back.
But you know, just I tell you, every time you hit me, bro, I be doing something, bro. I'm telling you.
Sure.
But
shout out to FYB Joe. You see this?
Yeah.
You already know that day you was calling, and we in the podcast,
bro. Yeah, I forgot where I was, but basically that's something I could always point to. Like, you know, there hasn't been too many people. Man, bro.
I said, FYB Jody want to spend some bread with you.
Hello.
100
Yo.
facts.
Yo, what's good?
Talking about this Jody. Oh man.
Yeah, I will. I'm on the little podcast right now,
Yeah.
though. I'm gonna hit you back, bro.
Yeah, Jody, man, we hit you back, man. Give us like 10 more minutes wrapping up this podcast, bro. Hold on. Bro, you asking too much. You on my podcast. You're the driver. You know my podcast. Get off. We live. Get off my podcast. Boy, his ass, man. You gotta hang up, man. Yeah.
Anywho,
pardon us, y'all. Pardon.
So yeah, you know, it's only been 2 people. It was him and then this dude Sean Patrick from Bloom Trail. He thought I was overrated. And honestly, I was, you know, like I wasn't rapping about nothing but rapping. So I get it now. You know, like I understand what he was saying. And then it was just this, you remember Ellie? It was this,
that's my man.
like an Asian chick that was over there. I had, well, you know, he'll have random people over there. I woke up and she was there and I had rapped my song for her and she was like, yeah, okay. I'm like, damn.
Tough love.
But, you know, that's an amazing feat, though, to be 28. And every time I done rap for somebody, it turned into like a, hey, bro, it turned into a movie, you know, and
yeah. So look, man, wrapping up this podcast. You know, if we're hitting that hour mark, I told y'all I'll do my best to keep it shorter. But when you get into the podcast, you just get into the podcast. So again, the topic of this video is the truths of life. Being real with yourself and being real with others. So for the first time on the show, you're the first person I'm asked to do it, and that's because I look so highly up to your delivery. Like I said,
yeah.
I see you as a poet. I see you as a rapper / singer, so I call it an artist. Because even the things we're talking about right now, some people have short tendencies to listen to just talks, but music will forever to the day of end of time hit home. Mm-hmm. Music always. So without the beat, just acapella, that song you had performed at that show that got everybody's attention, because that stuff hit home with me.
You want the whole song? Or
no,
the 2 verses.
The 2 verses. Right. The 2 verses is the whole song.
No,
right?
It's 3, but I'll be shortening it.
Oh yeah, do 2 verses. But before you get into it, tell the viewers how'd you come up about the song, if you remember. How'd you come about it, and what's the name of it?
The song is called "How I Feel."
Ironically.
So it was when I moved back out here to the Chicago area.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say none of us were like beefing or nothing, but I wasn't the closest to none of y'all. I felt like, me personally, I felt like I had to cut y'all off or at least fall back for a while. There was a girl I was seeing when I came out here, and she was just like super in love with me. And she was so basically I was on my music stuff still at this time, and I would have to, I tell her like I got to go to Kansas to do this, or I need money to go to the studio to do this, or I was really focused on my music. Even when I link up with her, I'll try to just be working on my music all day. How how I be, this productivity all day. And as a typical, like, well, I'm not gonna say that, but she just had trust issues with me, man. She was making fake accounts. She was doing a lot, just trying to like see if I was on some bullshit or not. And just all of that together, just my family, a lot of situations that hurt me at the same time. And this is kind of what came out. So it's called How I Feel, Remy V, and it go like this. I'm too focused, stacking money, I can't settle down. My girl tripping, mad at me, cause I ain't never around. I told my family I'ma make it, I can't let them down. I feel like they losing faith, I feel the pressure now. I've been getting high, coming down to reality, eyes checking my surroundings. I'm paranoid like someone after me. Actually, it's like the devil trying to capture me, or God trying to master me. I was made a masterpiece. I move too quickly, move back or move with me. My chick is brown as Henny, talk to her smooth as Remy. She trusts me, I don't trust that. Love me and I don't love back. I'm lonely where my drugs at. When I'm out, I hit the plug back. Different cities I'm plugged at. Contemplating operation, hardest part of working is staying patient. They saying that I'm changing, no time for conversation. I feel they too basic and far too complacent. Had to say it, look, I'm too focused, stacking money, I can't settle down. My girl tripping, mad at me, cause I ain't never around. I told my family I'ma make it, I can't let them down. I feel like they losing faith, I feel the pressure now. I've been in the studio, texting Janae, focus, ain't too much to say, just keep your faith and stay focused. You gave me second chances, had me when I ain't had shit, no judgment moving forward when they were looking at me backwards, looking out for them, overlooking what I do for free. I question what they do for me. Am I selfish cause I do for me? My prophecy in my hands, so profits stay in my plan. A pocket full of bands. He tripping cause his chick is with me, tripping off that sticky icky. She tripping cause I'm getting busy. She want more attention, but I learned my lesson. I love, but it gets depressing. My confessions, I've been stressing now how lonely the success is. Sexual expressions, affection, giving perspectives like it's no religion for me, but I believe in me religiously. This is me. She gave me her mind, body, and soul, but she can't get a fifth of me. Let it be. I'm too focused, stacking money, I can't settle down. My girl tripping, mad at me, cause I ain't never around. I told my family I'ma make it, I can't let them down. I feel like they losing faith, I feel the pressure now.
You are the driver, Remy V. Clap it up, y'all. Remy V. That's why he my favorite rapper. I'm sorry, y'all. He just keeping stuff away from the world like that, but it's coming soon. And thanks for spending this podcast. Y'all know who Remy V is now. Stay tuned. My effing brother. My man. Appreciate you coming on the podcast, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, hope you all enjoyed this content, man. I got more coming. And it's going to get deep because I'm going to do another podcast with Remy. He's going to be another reoccurring guest, just like Miss Lady's going to be another reoccurring guest. And the next podcast I want to talk with you is about the concept of God. Okay. How do you personally go about the perceptions of religion and life itself? Because God is a strong topic to most people nowadays. A lot of people losing faith. A lot of people are just clueless to what is. All right, so peace, love, prosperity, family. Y'all already know how I'm coming. Sharpen your awareness, Katie Intelligence. Peace, love, prosperity.
Even if you're my closest friend, I have boundaries. So just because it's my company, it doesn't mean I can take calls all day. Right. I have boundaries. So you can't call me at a certain time. Why? I'm working.